Let's get going. Hi, everybody. Hold on, I'm deleting this and we're good to go. I have prepared no questions for today's tribal. Let's see how it goes. Just rolling off the tongue. So first I want to hear some of the good stuff. Did everyone enjoy having their loved one come visit? Was it
Yes.
fun? It was very fun for all of us to learn more about you guys as well. And I know our audience really enjoyed it, and I hope that your guys' loved ones had a good time as well, and maybe experienced a modicum of the stress that you guys experience day to day. Was anyone by show of hands glad that they didn't make it to the second round, therefore not having their loved one do a sliding puzzle? 2 of you. Okay. Did anyone who was in the final round wish they hadn't made it to the second round because of the sliding puzzle? Maddie, yes, I had a feeling that would happen. God bless. He gave it his best.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so we're down to fewer amount of people. So I will be honest with you guys. I am going to be asking some tougher questions tonight. We are so close to the end. This will flow the normal way that it does, with me asking questions, you guys responding when it comes time to vote. You'll Slack me directly. Also, I have disabled the chat comments tonight. Audience, I'm very sorry. I just, with tribals now, it makes me very nervous that people will tip stuff off. So for tribals, I'm just going to disable comments, but for the challenges, leave them open until we figure out a better solution. So I'm very sorry, audience. Okay, so to begin with, Brittany, you won, or your dad won, helped you to win this, and you told me, is he a very big Survivor fan as well?
He is a big Survivor fan. Yeah.
Is he a bigger
loves
fan
watching.
than you?
Oh yeah, he's watched like everything and stuff. So
Oh
yeah,
gosh, wait, time. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. Jury, please come in if you want to come in. Just mute yourself. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so bad at remembering this. Thank you. Hi, Ben. Hi, Laura. Hi, Matt. Okay, sorry. Continue, Brittany.
and he loves like what we're doing now. So I think having him do the challenge yesterday was great because he does them anyways. So it was nice that he got to like actually participate.
And did you feel that it was very important for you to win this one, seeing as how it was yours and Cody's names last time?
Yes. Yeah. I had been wanting to win immunity, obviously, because you want that security. And the last tribal council was really insane, and I kind of got through just based on other people, so which I was very thankful for. So I wanted to be able to feel safe going into tonight because the game is getting closer to the end and there's so many unknowns right now, and I just wanted a little bit of confidence to help me push through the beginning of the week. So
sure. So Cody, how are you feeling coming into this tribal, because your name was also up there with Brittany as a potential person for going home?
Yeah, coming into this tribal, I'm laughing just about how so poorly my brother and I did. Like, we talked about it for a long time. I really wish we could have done better on that, but I knew I needed to win something too. I know I'm perceived as a big threat. I still feel like a very solid reasons why so many other people in this game are killing it in the parts of it that I suck at. And so, yeah, I wanted to win it for sure, but unfortunately didn't. So yeah, like Brittany said, you get nervous, you're unsure, but just try to have the conversations you can, make your plans, and see what happens.
What parts do you think you suck at?
Oh, the social part. Like, I start a conversation and then leave to go do work and then come back hours later, and I have to read like different things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible partner to work with in this game.
Do you communicate that you're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you are not then the worst person if you are communicating to someone where you're leaving, unless you're lying and going elsewhere. And so, Lindsay, I want to ask you, we're getting down to it. How much are you thinking about who you want to sit next to, who you think you can win against?
I mean, I feel like that's something that you inherently a little bit think about since the beginning. Maybe it changes throughout, maybe it doesn't. But I think you just have to keep thinking about who you might have a chance of winning against, or who you would be okay losing to.
That's interesting. So you're saying you would be fine with going like, do you feel 50-50 on you'd love to win, but if you don't win, you want it to be against someone who you think played a better game? You're fine with going to the end with someone you think played a better game?
I mean, obviously, if you get to the end, like, you hope that you would win, but you definitely just don't want to lose to somebody you don't think should win.
Okay. So, you know, Mary, something I want to ask about is, again, Myers was voted, you know, person who thinks he's running this game, all those things when we played that challenge, and he's still here. So do you think that people feel like they can beat him in the final three, or are they just too afraid to try to take him out?
No, I mean, I think this game keeps shifting wildly from challenge to challenge and tribal to tribal. That challenge where we did the superlatives feels like a million years ago. And everybody's answers from that, I think, would be totally different now. So I don't think that is factoring in as much as it might have immediately following that challenge. Yeah, it's just like an ever-shifting landscape.
Okay, so Maddie, are you thinking about who you want to make it to the finals with? Who you think they have a better chance of winning?
Yeah, I mean, I think now's a good time to really start thinking about, like, oh, I could actually continue on, and who would I want to be sitting next to? So you really have to start thinking about that. And, you know, I had to kind of reestablish a group when I kind of felt like I was way at the bottom after the last tribal. So it gave me an opportunity to really think about who I want that to be. So this was a good chance to kind of rebuild something.
Sure. So Myers, I want to ask you, how important is it to play an amazing game and believe that that will get you jury votes versus putting people on the jury who you know will vote for you?
I think if you make it to the end, you have probably played a pretty good game. However, we all know that, you know, every season there's usually someone who doesn't get any votes. I'm trying to play a better game than a passive game, which I think is what got me in trouble a lot earlier on, or at least got me on some people's radars during that superlatives game. I won a Zoom call with 2 people as a reward for that challenge, and I tried to use that call to completely change my play style because I realized the way that I was playing did not have much gas in the tank. I think trying to change my play style probably wasn't a great move. Because
you say that, and yet last, you know, tribal, you also said you thought you were going home, and your name really hasn't been written down very much at all. So
I got 3 votes.
I wonder, is it an act, or is it you firmly believe each time?
I think I believe it and probably play it up as well, because that is what I do in my real life. I'm a Gemini, I exaggerate, but these are real feelings that I have.
So Ashley, how important is it to you for, you know, it does suck. You have to vote someone off every time, right? Like, no one's saying that that's a very fun thing when you get to know these people. How important is it for you to be making genuine connections or meeting these people so that when they do go to the jury, you still can be like, but I developed a relationship with them. They know who I am. They know that, as opposed to just game.
So I guess, to be honest, outside of the game, after leaving and coming back, I felt like I, you know, didn't have the chance to even like get to know the people. I was just jumping in just like right away to kind of be like, okay, what's the game looking like? But I still like didn't kind of know like what they did for work or whatever. And so that honestly slowly has become like really important to me because I still want to like remain connected with everyone. And right now I think that is a bit more important, or not more important, but it's something that's sticking in my mind.
Sure. So, Brittany, I want to ask you, you know, the majority of I'm trying to think of for the jury, is it an even split with Koviasa and Koratonga people? I can't remember. But I guess I'm wondering, like, how how do you feel about like who you're voting off to be on that jury, considering Kobayasa had a very tumultuous beginning? Koratanga seemed like they stayed strong, but it's also like if you had only Kobayasa on the jury for you, they might also still resent everything that happened from the beginning. So are you factoring that in at all with your voting?
I guess I think that it's very right to say that you can't make the assumption that because the jury, well, we started this merge with more Kobayasa members anyways, so if you say there's more original Kobayasa on the jury than Koratanga, if a Kobayasa gets to the end, they're automatically going to get those votes. Like, that's not going to be the case because we can never get on the same page about anything. And so I think what is more telling is how you played a game style once we came back together. And I mean, I could try and say like the people that are getting voted out, I can guess how they are thinking about the game, but ultimately that's just my assumption on them, and it might not actually be what they think.
So Cody, how important do you think it is to, when you're playing the game, to either be, maybe not say, I'm 100% with you, I'm 100% honest, so that you can make those game moves, versus telling someone, I am with you, and then you stab them in the back, and maybe that was a great game move, but now you've stabbed them in the back?
Sure. I think I was wary of some people who did that pretty early on because it felt like a big move or something that they literally couldn't control or fulfill. It starts to make sense when you can see a pathway towards how that's doable, and you can share that with someone else for a specific move, or even possibly at this point considering what it looks like to go to the end. So I think it's got to be a mutual understanding of maybe where that truth can actually come from, not just a, hey, trust me, I've got this.
Sure. So I am curious, you know, and if you don't want to answer, that's fine, but by show of hands, do all of you think that you have a winning case if you make it to the end? Myers feels that way. So if Myers is, Mary feels that
Y'all
way.
are lying.
So Ashley, that's a maybe. Brittany, are you raising your hand? Maddie, okay, so some of you guys are afraid to raise your hand, and I imagine that's because you think you'll put a target on your back, but I'm shocked that then you still have people in this game who raise their hand no problem, and you're not concerned. But maybe it's what Lindsay said, if they played a better game than you will feel okay with it if you lose to them. Do some of you want to say, Lindsay? You look like you want to say something.
I was going to, and then I backed out. But I definitely think that, I mean, I think everybody has a case for winning, but I think that it comes down to the jury and what they find most important in a game. Like, you could play like a more like physical threat. You could be more like pulling moves and winning advantages threat, and it all depends on like what the jury finds the most important or the most balanced across everything. So you could say you have, I feel like everybody has a case because you're still in the game, but doesn't mean that you have a winning case.
That's very fair. That's a great point. So Maddie, you know, there are 2 original Koratanga people left, and there, you know, are more Kobayasa, but as we've seen before, Kobayasa people have turned on themselves. Are you still thinking about tribes at all this late into the game when there are, you know, so few people? Is that something you're factoring into your decision?
No, I think at this point we have to move past that original tribe, because it could get you in trouble if you do that. And I think we have to just look at it as a new group and a new opportunity. So I'm trying not to think that way.
Sure. So Mary, I want to ask, you know, we're down. There's only 7 people. It's our final week, and there are still some, you know, everyone knows I've dropped clues. There are things that have been claimed. You know, we had that big tribal where 3 items were played, and then we had last tribal, which was also a very big tribal, and nothing was played. How do you factor that in at all for this tribal? Because you can have just as big with or without the idols or advantages.
Yeah. I just think the numbers are so low now that every tribal is going to be big. Like, they're always, you know, have an effect on everybody. But I think there's only 7 of us now. And so you have to wonder where certain things go. But at the same time, the pace of the game is such that you have to fight to keep your head just above the water. So I think that, yeah, I think that it's going to feel big no matter what, whether an advantage is played or not.
Yeah. So Brittany, my last question off that is, something that Mary mentioned, the keeping your head above water. At this point in the game, is it just anyone who's not me, or is there still big strategy happening on who to take out to make it to the very end?
I think it's a very fine line, because I think it's obviously you want to say anybody but me, because at this point the numbers are really low. There's a lot of people that have been talking to different people, so you don't really know who is actually working with who or who you can even trust. So I don't know. On the other side though, like those big moves are always going to be seen as really flashy, so it might be really good to have that on your resume. But like I mean, this is just how I feel like I've played the game. It's just you have to take it one day at a time, and I have immunity, so I feel comfortable. So if you feel comfortable, obviously you're going to be able to make a bigger move, and that's really telling to see too. If people are trying to do a big play, maybe they have something hidden that they're trying to use for their advantage. But I don't know.
I appreciate that answer. I think, did I ask that question to Ashley though? No, did I say Brittany?
No, you said my name.
I had a total.
You just wanted to keep talking to me.
So. Okay, cool. So with that, it is time to vote. Cody, yes?
I'd like to use my advantage.
Okay.
Safety without power, so do I just need to turn off my video?
Yes, please. So that means that Cody cannot be voted for, but also Cody will not be able to vote for anyone. And with that, it is time to vote. So Maddie, please Slack me directly who you'd like to vote for. Lindsay, please Slack me who you'd like to vote for. Myers, please Slack me who you'd like to vote for. Brittany, please Slack me who you'd like to vote for. Ashley, please Slack me who you'd like to vote for. Guys, Ian moved my black Sharpie and I don't know where it went, so we're just gonna all have to live with that. And Mary, please Slack me who you'd like to vote for. Okay, I'm now going to count the votes. Once I've read the votes, the decision is final. Oh no, that's out of order. Does anyone have a hidden immunity idol you would like to play? Now would be the time. No one. Okay. Once I read the votes, the decision is final. This person will be the next member of our jury. I forget how many people are on our jury. I'm doing a great job right now. It's fine. Can everyone please hold up their phones and their lights? Oh, wait, hold on. on. Sorry, I have to count to make sure I have this right. 1. Okay, I do have this right. Okay, here we go. First vote, Myers. That's 1 vote for Myers. Second vote, Mary. That's 1 vote for Mary. Third vote, Myers. That's 2 votes for Myers, 1 vote for Mary. Fourth vote, Mary. That's 2 for Myers, 2 for Mary. Fifth vote, Mary. That's 3 for Mary, 2 for Myers. And final vote, Mary. Please turn your light off. The tribe has spoken. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Wow, what a ride. Oh my God. You guys, this has been so intense. I think Roger's called it like a personal experience. It really has been. I've learned so much about myself, and I'm so thrilled I got to meet all of you guys and play with you. Great job. Have a great rest of the game. I'm rooting for all of you.
Love you, Mary.
Okay,
Hi,
so
Mary.
Mary, turn off your camera, please. But Survivor contestants, we will be going directly into a challenge. Jury, you do not have to stick around if you do not want to. Totally up to you. Okay, 6 of you left. Guys, today we are going to be doing a spelling bee. Let me make sure that I have these words.
Oh God.
I called that you were going to do this like a couple weeks
Yes.
ago. They're going to make us do a spelling bee.
Did you practice?
No.
Okay.
Terrible speller.
Vocabulary.
Can we get scratch paper?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that.
Nope, just from your head. Let me make sure that I have this. And let me write down the order that I have. So typical spelling bee, I will give you the word, you will spell the word. If we get to like the final round and like all people misspell it, you're all still in. We keep going until we have a victor, like conventional rules. If you want to have it read in a sentence, please tell me. I will read it. I will read a sentence for you. Are there any questions? Hold on.
Kelsey, can you just look at a thing, text thing?
Yes. Okay. So, and again, no paper, no pen, so it's just what you have. Let me write down the order that I see you guys in. It's Maddie, Lindsay, Brittany, Cody, Ashley, and Myers. Okay, here we go. So Maddie, your first word is cahoots. Your first word is cahoots.
Cahoots. CAHOOTS, cahoots.
That is correct. Okay, Lindsay, your word is burlap. Burlap.
Burlap. BURLAP.
That's correct. Okay, Brittany, your word is museum. Museum.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes, they used to call me the museum in college because I had so many hairy Neanderthals inside of me. The producers didn't tell me what the sentences would be, so every time you ask for a sentence, I have no idea what's going to be read.
That's fantastic.
A little weird. Museum.
Museum.
You say it like museum.
That's why, okay, I was like, okay, MUSUEM.
That is incorrect. It is EUM. Brittany, you are out. Please turn off your camera. Okay, Cody, your word is dilly-dally. Your word is dilly-dally.
I for sure want it in a sentence.
God, okay.
We're all.
Carol,
You have to read that.
Carol knew she. Sorry. Okay, I can do this. Okay. Carol knew she must not dilly-dally getting to church, but the sex with the postman was just too good to stop. I've turned the comments back on.
Awesome. So good. Okay. So I think because it's one word, I think that there's a dash in this, so I'm going to go with DILLY-DALLY.
Producers, I don't see a dash in it, but is that correct? Could you spell it that way? Can someone verify?
Yeah, let it live.
Okay, Cody, you're good. Okay, and then who do I have left? I have Ashley and Myers. Okay, Ashley, your word is attagirl. Your word is attagirl.
Can you use it in a sentence? Like, at a girl?
Okay, I can do this. Attagirl, Greg. I'm so sorry.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I can do this. Attagirl, Greg yelled in support. This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing.
Want me to just go back? I could just spell it.
I have it. No, I'm good. I'm done. I've gotten through it. Attagirl, Greg yelled in support of his wife at her piano recital, hoping she wouldn't tell her friends about his erectile issues. Oh, God, I'm here.
ATTAGIRL, at a girl. Do I need it?
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Okay, Myers. Your word is croissant. Croissant.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Yes. Is that a croissant in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Croissant. CROISSANT.
That is
Croissant.
correct. Okay, so we're moving into the next round. And you guys, you know what? Like, it's not fair that this is so hard for me and not as hard for you. So actually, you're all going to grab your laptops and you're going to get into a wall sit. And you will be doing this wall sit while we do the spelling bee. And you get out of the spelling bee if you come off the wall or if you get a word incorrect. So everyone, please get into a wall sit and get your cameras. And
We have a bathroom break.
Who needs to? Lindsay, go now. You better run.
I'm going to
Me
take
too.
it.
Me too.
Okay, everyone go pee.
Someone's in mine. I'll hold it. I'll be good. That's okay. Don't worry. Take your time.
All right. Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Go get your Cry at Work shirt.
I should put that on.
The computer today.
You see this?
Yes, that is a beautiful headshot of my husband.
Can you see me okay?
Yeah, Ashley, you're good. Maddie, you got to tilt yours way down. Myers, let me get a check for you.
And ideally, it could be from the side so we can see their
Yeah.
angle.
So Myers, I'm going to need you to move your camera, and Maddie, if you can as well.
Tilt down.
Side angle.
Oh, siding.
Sorry. What?
Is this good?
Producers, does it need to be from the side more?
Ideally, yeah, so we can see if they're low enough.
All right, maybe if I move it like this.
And Lindsay, you got to turn yours a little bit lower. Myers, you're good. Ashley, you were good. Cody, let's see.
You see me? Do we go down some more or pull it forward?
No, you were good. That was good.
Oh.
Lindsay, connect yours to make sure you're good. Okay, yeah, you'll have to get a little bit lower, but yes. Maddie, I think you're okay unless producers weigh in differently.
Can you do it, Maddie?
What?
Can you wall sit so I can see it?
Oh, yeah. Sure can.
You're good.
Okay, so everyone get into your wall sit.
I think Maddie was sitting on a chair. Amazing.
And let us keep going. Also, I forgot to, I can tell you what the definition of the word is too. That one did not come from Becca Barish. That is straight from the dictionary. Okay, so Maddie, your word is lugubrious. Lugubrious.
Lugubrious. Lugubrious.
That is correct. You are out. Or maybe you're out, because if everyone else gets it wrong, you're still in. So just stand by. Okay, Lindsay, your word is, I'm going to try and pronounce this right, so someone better hop in if I say this wrong.
Wait, hold on, Kelsey. Maddie should get back in the sit or something because they have to stay in the sit in case everyone else
Okay,
gets it.
so Maddie, get back in the sit. You heard her. And turn your video back on. Or ask Ryan to turn your video back on. Thank you.
But if I give up on the sit, am I out?
Becca?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Okay, sorry. Lindsay, your word is gibbosity. Gibbosity.
Gibbosity. Can I have that in a sentence?
Yes, Nigel is. Jesus, Becca, is this all you came up with? Nigel, is that a gibbosity in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Gibbosity. G-O-B-O-S-I-T-Y.
That is incorrect, but stay on the wall.
I'm out.
Cody, you're out. Okay, Maddie is officially out. Okay, Cody, your word is Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, Chihua.
That is correct. Okay, who's my next person? Ashley. Ashley, your word is unconscious.
Unconscious. U-N-C-O-N-C-I-O-U-S.
That is incorrect, but please stay on the wall in case you come back in.
You're right.
Myers, your word is surveillance.
Surveillance. SURVAILLANCE.
That is wrong. That is incorrect. You are out. Cody has won this spelling bee with Chihuahua. You guys didn't even make it to the hard words.
That's so sad. I can't even say the word that I had to spell.
This is the first time I learned of that word as well today. Okay, everybody. Cody has won individual immunity. He cannot be voted out. Tomorrow is tribal. We're not having another one right now. Don't worry. And I will see you all then. Farewell.